Good morning, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I'm your host, Elliot Pierre, and we're going to start today's episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro. And we are back. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Noral Toyota. We really do appreciate your ongoing support. As everybody at home knows, I do not introduce my guests because they can do a better job of them than myself. So can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
My name is Tina Davis, and I have lived in Fort McMurray for 26 years now.
Okay.
So I've been here for a while. I reached out because I wanted to talk about Hues for Humanity.
Okay, so what's that all about?
So, Hues for Humanity, how I got into it, they actually host the Color Run here in Fort McMurray.
Okay.
So a few years ago, I was like, I want to volunteer for something, because that's what I want to do. So like I said, I've been here for a while. And when I first moved up here, I was working part-time, going to school full-time, and I didn't really have the budget to attend a lot of events. And I didn't know a lot of people, so I started volunteering. So
smart.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I would volunteer for different events, and so it could be something like, a gala that I wanted to attend to but wanted to save the money, or if I don't have someone to go with and I want to attend something. And that was kind of the Color Run. I didn't have anyone to go with, but I wanted to go. So I was like, okay, I just randomly signed up. I had a fantastic day.
Okay.
It was run professionally, it was fun. And so at the end of it, I went to one of the main organizers and I said, hey, if you want more help next year, I'm willing. And they said, okay. So this would be June of the year. So then February of the following year, good on them, they remembered.
Oh, yeah.
And reached out and asked if I was still interested. And I said, yeah. So I became the volunteer lead on the committee.
Okay.
And yeah, now for the past few years, that's what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I love your concept of I was new to the community. I didn't have a lot of money, but I still wanted to get out there.
Yes.
I think people struggle when it comes to volunteering. They're like, why would I do that? I pay my taxes. Volunteering has this concept, and I've never heard that reason for volunteering, which is really good. Where did you come up with that one?
I don't know. I just came up with I guess just because I didn't want to miss out, right? FOMO's real.
Pretty straight up.
And so I was like, how can I still be able to attend or be part of something and still, not break the bank.
Yeah.
And even now, I do have the funds that I could purchase a ticket for something, but sometimes as well, there's not anyone in my circle group that I'd be attending.
Yeah.
So this weekend, the Spring Fling Gala, I'm volunteering for it.
Oh, there you go.
Right? And so I get to volunteer, and then plus I get to experience it.
Yeah,
right?
No, it's phenomenal. And the thing is, events need volunteers.
Yeah.
They're desperate for people to come and help. So it's everybody's winning.
And a lot of people think that volunteering is a forever commitment.
Right.
And it can be.
Yeah.
I was part of the local Connect group here for a few years, and that was great, right? There's tons of volunteering with that. However, it doesn't have to be something consistent. It can be literally, you can go to the North Star Forward volunteer webpage, and there are hundreds of things, whether it's the soup kitchen or whether it's the Spring Fling, right? And Hues for Humanity, I actually use that as well. So starting in May, I'll have all the volunteer positions up there. And there's so many. And people just, I think it's because they think it's too much of a commitment, but there's so many things out there. And even if you look at something and you're like, oh, this volunteer position is from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., I could only do it till 1.
Yeah.
Well, reach out, right? Because a lot of times people will work, well, hey, how about this? We'll get maybe this person that I've talked to, they can only do it from 11 to 2. Right? So, yeah, so there's just, I love the flexibility, and there's just, like, there's something for everyone. Like, whatever your interest is, I'm sure there's a volunteer need out there.
Yeah, no doubt. So explain to me a little bit more about the run, because I've seen tons of pictures over the years.
Yeah.
My son has participated in it once, I believe, like, because he came home just colored.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about it other from people are running and then just getting, like, hit with paintballs. I think I don't even know how you get the color on.
Not paintballs.
So can you explain what it is? Because it's a big thing in the community. Like, every year people get really, like, jazzed and excited about it.
Yeah. So. Hues for Humanity is what the run itself is called. So it's actually put on for the charity Real Humanitarian.
Okay.
So this charity started in 2003. Started as, they were called Canadian Humanitarian. And the two co-founders was Richard Northcott and Deborah Northcott. And so Richard Northcott is actually still a doctor up here in Fort McMurray, and he travels back and forth. Yeah. So in their travels, they had obviously had their heart melted when they were in Ethiopia. So they started this charity. They are based out of Medicine Hat. And that is where they hosted the first Hues for Humanity 12 years ago.
Okay.
So after the successful run, they know someone up here, and they had said, they were talking to Brian, and he was like, how can I help? And they're like, well, this event was really successful. Do you think we could do it in Fort McMurray? So 11 years ago, they had the first one in Fort McMurray. Okay. And it was very successful. So this is our 11th year doing it. So basically, what happens is you can register as a participant. It's family friendly, so it's all ages. So you register, you get your t-shirt, you get a bag of chalk. So it's not paintballs. Okay. It's actually a plastic bag of non-harmful colored chalk. Okay. And that is what is tossed and thrown and blasted, right? So this way it's not wrecking the environment. It's not, if it gets on your skin, it's not toxic or anything like that. Yeah. So, sorry, I was using the word chalk, but it's actually, the main compound is more of a cornstarch. Okay. Yeah, so it's a powder, is what it is, right? And so the good thing with that is, you know, when you toss it up in the air or toss it, it just kind of goes everywhere, and that's exactly why you'd be covered. Yeah. So, so you get your color, you can obviously purchase more, and then it's a 5-kilometer fun run. So, all ages, there's people pushing baby strollers, there's, you know, there's people that will have a workplace, like there's 10 of them from the workplace, and they all dressed up. Some of the costumes, they go with the rainbow theme, right? So they'll have rainbow socks and tutus and just everything like that. So it's really fun to prepare for it, and then not only to participate. So then during this 5-kilometer run, there's actually stations along the way. Okay. And each station has a different color. Okay. So the main sponsors that have a station, they usually have some of their own workers there, and they're the ones that get to toss the color and blast it. Some people have blasters, some people just toss it, whatever they're doing, right? Fun. And like theirs is not just in a little container, like they have big cases of color, so you're guaranteed to be colored. Sometimes people don't want too much, so you see they're kind of, you know, go around the station. But
I can understand that one.
Right? Yeah. So the starting point is always at the Doug Barnes cabin.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful part of town.
Yeah, exactly. So it's beautiful, and it actually goes through the Birchwood trails. So it's fun. It's you're getting your exercise, but it's also beautiful out. Yeah. Right. So it's, like I said, it's 5 kilometers. There is one part where it kind of intersects. When you kind of do, it's like an infinity symbol almost. Yep. Yeah. That way. Yeah. So sometimes there are people that only want to do half, and so I think it's about 3 kilometers when you kind of finish there.
You just double back. Are you going through the trail, like from the start, or are you hitting the black path?
So we start on the black path, and then we go into the trail. Yeah. Yeah, and when we get back to the black path, you can continue,
Right.
right, and then circle back in, or
Right.
you can stop, right, and then it's always finishes off with another big color blast, and people are just covered and happy, and
Cool.
yeah, so it's a lot of fun for an amazing cause.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right? And I think a lot of people just show up because they're like, oh, it's color run, like, let's do it, but to what's behind it and the reason and where the funds are actually going is incredible, because though people want to, they kind of have in their mind, support local, right? And absolutely we need to support local, but we also need to help globally if we can, because that does affect us locally, right? Whether it's trade or, other things like that.
Yeah, and humans.
And yeah, exactly, humans. So the Real Humanitarian, it doesn't focus on like a one-time give either.
Okay.
So they're not just going somewhere and building a house, which is great, right? But there's the charities that go and they'll maybe build 5 houses. This one is ongoing support. And so the focus is supporting the children, but it's also supporting the family, because the family has to support the children. And one of the big things is not only the education, but they also focus on a safe space. So after school, there's after school care, and because of that safe place that people, children particularly, have, they're able to not be victimized by the cruelty that is in these countries, right? Because they have a place that is safe, and now they have, their original goal was to try to get the education up to grade 10. And I mean, this has been going on now since 2003, so that's 23 years. And this exceeded. So now they actually have so many kids that go past grade 10, not only graduate, but they actually start, they are now funding tuition for university. So so they actually have university graduates now coming from this program. One of their biggest success stories is, I guess it was a young girl that started in the program when she was little. Yeah. And now she is a principal of one of the local schools of 300 students.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something else. You can see like the full circle going back, and then, like you said, it's sustainable. It's continuing to go.
Exactly.
So now that one is teaching 300. That's what an impact. What a ripple.
And they have a local executive director, so it's not like they need to be there in person for the program to run. So it's a continuous one. They get a hot meal every day. Sometimes it's the only hot meal that they will get that day.
Yeah, for sure.
But right now the program has grown to, they are actually helping over 1,000 children every year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they disguise it with fun and paint.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so this is their major fundraiser that they have. They actually have in Calgary now too. Okay. Because Brian, who started it up here in Fort McMurray, moved to Calgary a couple years ago. So he still manages up here, and he still supports us up here, and they all come up for all the events and everything. So now we have those 3 locations annually. Cool. And then they also have down in the Medicine Hat area, they have a golf tournament to support, and then they also apply for grants and sponsorships, and you can sponsor a child and monthly reoccurring, so things like that.
Wow. Wow, they really have a whole thing put together there.
Yeah, it's a not-for-profit, and it's registered, and it's amazing.
That's really cool. That's really cool, and it's cool how you got involved in it.
Right.
That's them just volunteering, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got sucked into this story, like, look at the amazing things they're doing, I would like to participate more in that.
Yes, exactly. And that's a good thing with when you do those kind of, not drop-in volunteering, but, those one-offs. You can also find, like, oh, I have more interest in that, what else can I do? Right? And so, I would be very surprised if you were like, hey, in a few years you're going to be on that committee, and I'd be like, no, I'm just volunteering today, right? Right. Yeah, but it's just great. They're a great organization, great people to work with, and it's a lot of fun, like you said.
Now, tell me a little bit about the Spring Fling that you're going to.
The Spring Fling is the Northern Lights Health Foundation. Okay. So it is every spring. This year they have a circus theme.
Okay.
And that was one of the reasons why I was like, I really want to see what's happening here.
It's always a circus.
And the reason why I like this event too is because I'm actually on the Festival of Trees committee.
Okay.
Right? So every year for, I'm actually the concert, the community concerts that happen during the days on the Saturday, Sunday. I'm actually the lead of that to organize it all and plan all that. Mm. And so, yeah, so that's a lot of work as well, yeah. And so, I mean, the Hospital Foundation is obviously a wonderful charity that we need. Not only good, but exactly, it's a need in this community, right?
We all utilize that facility.
Exactly. Yeah. At some point.
I came out of it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So, so definitely. I love the Northern Lights Health Foundation.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, and I originally started just volunteering at, galas, and I'd just do a sign up, and I would, be selling raffle tickets or something like that. And then I was like, okay, what else can I do? So I was invited to a board meeting, and then they're like, well, we have a lot of people moving. Would you like to be on the actual committee? Yeah. Right? And then it kind of went from there. So that's why I like when the Spring Fling comes. It is a smaller event because it's just the evening, right? So it doesn't need as much, but the ladies that prepare for it they work tirelessly as it is.
100%.
And so I just reached out, and they're like, yeah, we got our sign up, and I was like, perfect. So yeah, so I'll be volunteering for that as well.
Very cool. Well, listen, Tanner tapped his phone. That means he's ready with his segment called the Mac City Minute, brought to you by Carrie and Patchouli Rose. Tanner, hit her with the Mac City Minute.
All right, question number 1 for you. What would you describe as your dream tattoo?
My dream tattoo? I actually know what that would be. So my tattoo here is my watercolor compass with my children's names on it, and I am very true to the Leo. So with the fire colors up here, I want the watercolor brought up, and then some type of lion face, watercolor flames, and all that kind of fun stuff.
There you go.
Question number 2. What is your guilty pleasure when you feel lazy?
Oh, guilty pleasure when I feel lazy. I would say, let's assume it's summer and it's beautiful out. When I'm feeling lazy, it is literally just laying out in the sun. I'm, picturing my backyard, laying on my deck, and just not wanting to do anything, listening to an audiobook, and just chilling.
Question number 3. What is one event that other cities do that you would think Fort McMurray should?
That is a really good question. Let's see. I've seen obviously I have done some types of color runs outside of Fort McMurray, so I'm definitely glad it's local. Something like I'm trying to think, scavenger hunt, but I don't know if that would do because we're so laid out. I like the community style. So, Rock the Rails is coming the same weekend that we host ours. So it's good. I recently contacted Mike Jones and sent him a little dual event thing because I was like, come to Hues for Humanity in the morning with the family and then head over to Rock the Rails for the rest of the day, right? Yeah. So I like the idea that when it's all ages, I guess that's my biggest thing. I can't think of something that's not here that I've had somewhere else, but the more all ages with multiple things that are part of it is what they should have here, because I, as I said, I have children and I love being part of this community and with them, right? So when it's 18 and over, I'll tend to sometimes not attend that event, right? Or I'll maybe go volunteer for it. But anything that can bring families out and enjoy this community is my recommendation.
There you go.
Question number 3 or 4. If you could meet one celebrity, who would you be and why?
Well, my kids really don't believe that Zac Efron is one of my boyfriends, but it would probably be Zac Efron. But also because not only did I grow up with him, but he has now he has like some documentaries out, and he actually has grown from the 17, 18-year-old young actor that we knew to actually trying to help the environment. And I saw today he's 12 days, he's 12 years sober, and right, so he has a lot of things that are good in a person as well, right? But yeah, so I'd say that'd probably be one of them.
And your final question, if you could describe yourself as one inanimate object, what would it be?
A fluffy pillow.
Those have been your 5 questions.
There we go. Fluffy pillow.
A soft, fluffy pillow.
Oh, Tanner's tapped his watch. That means we are out of time.
Okay.
So before I cut you loose, so everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
I would like to give a shout out to Westward Site Services. As soon as I told my boss, also the owner of Westward Site Services, Lee DeStephanis, that I needed to take time from my day to come have this interview, he supported me 100% and said have fun. So all of your electrical and HVAC needs, definitely reach out to Westward Site Services.
Awesome. Well, Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for tuning in. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Neural Toyota, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose and the beautiful people at Coldwell Banker. Hope everybody at home is having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Hi everyone, it's Carrie with Patchouli Rose here at Thickwood Barbershop. If you're wondering what to get your loved one this season for Valentine's Day, I make an all-natural anti-aging skin serum called Good Skin. It's good for men and women, and it's available for purchase here at the barbershop, downtown at the corridor shops and events, and on my website. Thank you for your support.
It's so ballistic!
Talk about quenching your ugly thirst.